Hey, good morning. Happy hump day here, everyone, on a Wednesday morning. Looking good. Inflation numbers yesterday look good. They look good today. Bitcoin, as you can see, doing well, up 2.5% today. Looking good. Inflation numbers. Looks like people can hear me over on X. Let me drop a little GM in the chat here. Let's get this party started. But yeah, market just opened less than 5 minutes ago. We'll check in on that. But Bitcoin, after those CPI numbers and the PPI numbers today, looking good. Futures looking to open very positively. Give this a little refresh. Yeah, looking good. Man, crazy IBM, man, huge crash, biggest crash since 1968 on their stock. Some say ever, but man, we'll talk about that a little bit here as well. But yeah, so we have, I'm going to lose this little picture in picture. I'm not crazy about that. My lighting's so bad down here. I've got to take the time to order it up. But anyway, yeah, the NASDAQ up 0.74. The Dow up 0.29 and the S&P up 0.41. Looking good. Yeah, like I say, we'll talk about in a minute when a few more people get on here. But oil, $80.28. So that's a dark cloud. Hey, Coachmaster GM coming at me from the West Coast, man. It's early there, 7:30 in the morning for Coachmaster. He's here. My buddy from X for years and years now, joining me on YouTube. Appreciate that. Get some more, help the algorithm a little bit over there. I haven't done much to honestly try and expand my reach other than just putting the content out there, doing what I can. But good day today, man. The numbers from yesterday, that inflation data, game changer, friggin' game changer. And today the numbers, the PPI, the producer price index came in good as well. But yeah, oil's still a problem, man, at $80.28. That's gonna, we'll see what happens there. But with inflation coming down, it's the market spiking now. Trump really, if he can get control of that, we might just see he might just have a good midterm, because everything's looking better and better for the economy here. And well, I wouldn't say that. There's still some problems, but just short term looking better than maybe we expected here. But yeah, so other than, the only dark spot today is gold over 80, or excuse me, gold. Crude oil over $80. Got to get that resolved. That's a process, I guess. Get that straight, free flow, and get things working. We'll hope that can happen. But yeah, looking good, man. Looking NASDAQ 0.59 positive, Dow 0.47, S&P 0.45. We'll take it. We'll absolutely take that. Look over at the crypto world. Bitcoin, man, realize we were barely holding on to 62 a few days ago, right? Here we are now. We're sitting at 65,405, up whopping 2.5% for the week day and 5.7% for the week, which by the week I really just mean yesterday and today after those things. So man, up 6%. Gotta love that. Got to love that. Ethereum doing even better. Tom Lee is just doing backflips. Up 1938, up a whopping 3.2%, 11.5% for the week, man. Old Tom Lee took about $1 billion and $1.5 billion back. Gotta love that. XRP, man, $1.12.7. Pushing on $1.13, up 2.4%. And Solana, I just closed out some profit on a couple of my grid bots, back in range finally. $78.76. So hey, Mr. Heine Coin, GM, great space you guys had today. every morning on X at 6:30. No, 6:30 your time, 4:30 my time, 6:30 to about 9, 6 or 9. Let's see. I don't even know. But anyway, it goes over a little over an hour and 15 minutes every day. Great community, great space, doing good things, educating people, trying to put together content to get the kids going. So learning about financial things that just isn't taught in school. Crazy enough, man. The Cash Cat, we've had the back and forth. We've been talking about it between Robinhood and Solana and everything. Cash Cat's down 50% off its high, but still holding okay. And of course, let's type in here. I haven't typed it in yet. I had a crazy morning today, but let's look at what Ansem's doing. Ansem to me is not totally, but kind of represents the back and forth between those two chains. But a lot of people are trying to do stuff. It's EVM compatible. Part of the problem is there's all the old tricks people used to play with, all the hidden stuff in the contracts. Hey, Scott, also from the Heine community, also helps me co-host my show every day on X. It comes up right after this, the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. Great space today, Scott. Been doing a lot. We've been in a lot of spaces, talking a lot about our buddies Coin TBB. We're killing it on that, and a few others. I was going to have them all pulled up, but I didn't. And this is obviously, yeah, there it is. Ansem at, I put an M, yeah. Anyway, I don't really care about this much. It just, kind of reflects the little bit of the back and forth, but looks like it's sitting at 230 million market cap, still solid. Cash Cat, there's still a lot going on back and forth between the two chains. I'm not too worried about Solana. Over time, it'll play itself out, but there is some opportunity over there if you know what you're doing, I guess. But I'm still playing here because we're playing with, the main one I'll talk about today is, of course, the Bitcoin bull, Jason AI Williams, 8.9 million, got yesterday to 10.8. I don't know why the chart does not pull up for this. It does on all the other DEX screeners for me on my laptop. Of course, it works on my phone. But anyway, I added a little more yesterday on the dip, or the day before, dropped down to 7.1 million, got all the way back up. I've been doing a teeny bit of swing trading with a few SOL here and there. When it gets toppy and reverses, I'll buy and buy a few back and buy them when they get down. I've got a couple more SOL to buy, but pretty much just I did add to my bag yesterday or 2 days ago at 7.1 million. I think this goes higher because what the thing is, when you look at the holders here, okay, 1,409 holders. That's all organic. No fakery, no drops into wallets and stuff. But yeah, Scott says TBB ranked 98th on DEX screener. Not bad. We're not. This is organic. That's the thing. But if you look at Jason's wallet, with 70%, he's now giving away just titch over 1%, right? He still owns right around 69%, which even at this little teeny dip here at 8.9 million, he has 6.1 million. He's going to give back to the community over time and using it for people that are making videos, posting about it, creating that hype, right? And if this goes up, let's just say theoretically it hits 100 million someday. He's going to have $69 million to bless the community with and reward those people who are helping pull the wagon over time. To get to 10 million, almost 11 million, and only give away 1% of the supply. And people are obviously holding it here, right? People holding it, doing their thing. And so, yeah, I've invested more, Scott. I know you did too, a little bit. I'm even looking at allocating some more capital. I don't like to do that, to be honest with you. Once I have, especially when I have such a low entry of $150,000, but I did deploy some more a little more capital. But yeah, we're up so big, we're up 65x. So it's hard to deploy new capital. I know you did a little bit yesterday, Scott, or looking to on the dips, and I may too. But I did deploy a little bit, had some fun with it. We're having fun with it. I think it's a good thing. Jason's a great guy, super smart guy, been in crypto, dropping alpha. He's entertaining. He's been on Spaces. Hey, Artie, GM, another good friend from X, helping me out over there, listening on YouTube. Also see a lot of people listening live on X. Appreciate you guys. The message today is it's a great day, man. Inflation's coming down, and that's really the beginning and the end of the story, right? Take a look at my grid bots here. I closed a couple of them out. Got to open them after the show. But yeah, look, I've got Solana there on my BitUnex, which that's where I look on BitUnex. That's where it's a non-KYC exchange where I do all my grid bots. I make about 1% a week when they're fully running. I don't use any leverage, but you can short stuff over here. Also, I use it here to look at oil prices, short, long oil, also SPCX. You can do all your stuff. It's basically a perps exchange. But I like them. I think it's good. My link is in my bio of my Axe account. I've been using these guys for about 6-8 months now, and I am going to make some content now that we're back up. My bots are coming back into range. I'll make some content. But look here, you can trade gold, silver, oil, SPCX, the SpaceX, all that stuff. And you can trade, of course, crypto. So anyway, I like BitUnex. I'm super impressed with them, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, we got all the way to almost 79, or up to $79 today. But let's look at some of the news that's shaping it. Like I say, really, it all comes down in the end. It really all comes down to what's happening with the inflation. But fear and greed still at 20. I thought it might come up a little with this euphoria of the last day or two, but it's still fine. Still extreme fear. I thought it might come up into 25 or so. We'll see what happens. I know the war is still probably dragging it down. We see oil over $80. That's concerning. Okay, so here it is. IBM falls 25% in a day, the biggest daily decline since 1968. 1968. So, and here's this in the Kobisi letter. The biggest lesson on the AI the biggest lesson of the AI era: never get comfortable. On June 2nd, IBM was up 13% for the year, trading at its highest level on record. Today, just 42 days later, IBM fell 25%. Posting its biggest daily decline since 1968. Stock is down now 35% in 42 days, erasing over $100 billion in market cap. And what it is they haven't even released earnings yet. I think that's today or tomorrow. They just came out and said sales are down. People are investing in AI infrastructure. They're not investing in IBM's products. So yeah, we've talked about it here, right? We've talked about it's one of the things that's holding Bitcoin down. We got that sector rotation. We got that competition. And I believe there's going to be a lot of AI. AI is going to mesh well with Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crypto is going to be how AI and AI agents, the agentics, bots and stuff trade. They're not going to do it through tradition. They're not going to call your bank and wait on hold and get jacked around by some, trying to get to a customer service person. Everything will happen on chain and online, and it'll all happen through crypto. So definitely it's going to be a boon, but it is taking a lot of the money away. We've said that. Now we see it affecting not only us, but in a huge way, one of the biggest companies in the world. CrashCat token. That's the big push and pull between Robinhood. And we've been on a lot of spaces, Scott and I, and a lot of us, and we're talking about the Bitcoin Bull and some of the other products, meme coins we're playing with here. There's the back and forth between should we be over in Robinhood? Should that be our main place? And the answer is who knows? We don't know yet, but CrashCat's down. Still over 100 million, but down 50% off its all-time high. And, like I say, when you start dealing with, you got to be real careful, right? When you're dealing, we do most of our stuff now on Pump Fund, and in there, what's in the contracts, the bonding curve, all that. Contract's been looked at a lot. And when you get into Ethereum contracts, there's all kinds of tricky stuff. You really need to look at it. Hey, Life and Glory, buddy, how you doing? Also early for you. Well, not for you, because I know you're up. Always says he does more by 6 a.m. than most people do in a day. He's probably already right. Probably already out, been surfing, probably done all his weekly or daily ritual. But yeah, trade less, troll more, man. I think you're saying we need to buy Troll. Troll is literally one of the biggest memes out there. I'm obviously a huge Pepe fan, but Trolls, yeah, going to come back. I've been stacking a lot of Bitcoin, and maybe I should be buying some Troll, man. Troll is one of the big memes out there. We'll talk about it. I don't have the chart up. They're taking too long, but yeah, Troll's one of those OG memes that I think it's going to make some people some money this cycle for sure. Here's Trump on his True Social saying, "Great news, America. The Democrat caused inflation is way down, and from what it had been, and we're going to bring it down still further, MAGA." Yeah, if those numbers hold and they're to be believed, it's looking really good. And listen, and it's nothing like it was under Biden, 8-9%, highest since the 70s, highest in 50 years. I mean, come on. But it's been, can he fix this and bring it down? That would be huge. Not with $8 gas, $80 a barrel gas, I'll tell you that. So get that shit in order. Japan officially passes law recognizing crypto as financial asset. So this will bring, room for more adoption, more regulation, of course, but it'll paving the way for spot ETFs as early as next year, lowering taxes to 20% from 55%, starting in 2028, aiming to protect investors, attract big money to Japan's massive crypto market. So good stuff, man. A lot of countries. Listen, there's still the decentralized side of it and whatever, but, the big side, what's really going to legitimize it and make it to where it never goes away is countries adopting it. So yesterday, big World Cup news yesterday, and a shocking upset. Spain, who I was rooting for because my mom's family's from there. Spain had a big upset of France, who was a lot of people had picked to win the whole thing. Many say it was the bigger team. Spain shockingly won 2-0, I believe. And now today we have just a massive England facing off against Argentina. I believe England's favored to win, but that all takes place at 3:00 for the football fans out there. And yeah, it was nice making a little money, watching a little football. I do it at the gym because I don't have a TV at my house. Able to check that out. The DTCC, which is kind of a collective group of all the banks and stuff, not really an official government agency so well, but they do oversee 114 trillion in assets. They will begin tokenizing stocks in U.S. treasuries with nearly 40 major firms on Wednesday. Assets include Microsoft, Circle, QQQ, SPY, all that. JP Morgan, BlackRock, 40 of the major banks. So we've been saying it for a long time. RWA tokenization is where it's at. Same story there. SpaceX down to 136.08 yesterday, just $1 over the IPO price, which no one really got that IPO price. But still, we say these giant hyped tech things tend to, historically, if you look at the last 5 or 10 big ones, they come back about 55%. So we'd expect this at about $80, $70, $80. But that may or may not happen with how revolutionary and important SpaceX is. But it's down 33 from the peak. We always say don't buy green candles. I haven't bought any yet, other than early on I bought some I played some. I think I actually got stopped out. I tried to get too aggressive, did like a stupid 10x or something, and it dipped before and liquidated me. But that's always what happens when you're playing with high leverage, don't know what you're doing. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to start accumulating. I think this is something you should own for the long haul. Should be in your portfolio for sure. Don't bet against Elon at this point. South Korea also moves to officially recognize crypto as a national asset. The proposed law will include virtual assets and intellectual property alongside government-owned land and real estate, replacing rules dating back to 1950. Once again, just another country further clarifying adoption. Our big thing's the Clarity Act, supposed to get taken up this week. That needs to happen. If so, we may have seen the bottom. Now, over here on X, especially where most people are listening, welcome and welcome. Happy hump day to you. We have completed our review for security vulnerabilities. We'll make the entire code base of X open source with no exceptions. Moreover, we invite third-party reviewers to examine the system that is running to confirm that the open source code is what is running. Trust through total transparency is the only thing that should be believed. This gives you more trust that there's not some hidden algorithm, censoring this person or that person. So anyway, that's that. But let's take it back, look back at how the markets are doing, how crypto's doing. Man, I think it's a glorious day, yesterday and today. I wasn't expecting it, but I wasn't expecting inflation. I mean, that's great if they can get a control and bring that down. I know that's Trump's plan to win the midterms. Yeah, we see sad to see what's happened to IBM, but also just realize don't be flat-footed, man. Don't rest on your laurels. And we see that it's also why Bitcoin isn't doing quite as good as it could have. There's competition out there. Okay, man, yeah. Oil right at $80. NASDAQ up 0.47, Dow up 0.31, S&P 0.29. Definitely looking good. Take one more look at T on our way over there. Where are we at? 8.8 million. Might be a dip. We've been right here for a few days, right? And it's nice to be able to sleep on it. You can get more aggressive when you're not worried about it dumping in half when you go to sleep. Knock on wood. Okay, man, let's see how Bitcoin's holding up. Man, 65,000. So we're off our high this morning of 65,521, but still holding 65. Be wonderful if we can hold that 65. Or even higher, but we'll see. So far, so good, man. I think it was a good week. I would say the message is inflation looks to be headed down, and that's great for everybody. And the CPI yesterday and the PPI today, both showing that inflation is less than expected, maybe on the right track. Obviously, the war's got to get settled. The oil situation's got to get settled. But pretty good. We'll see how we hold here. Realized 3 days ago, we were sitting at 62, barely holding on to that 52-week moving average. I think if we can hold here, the war gets somehow resolved, and the oil situation on target, back where we were, $68, $69 a barrel, and inflation continues to come down. We're not pricing in price hikes, maybe even, dare we say, price reduction. I mean, it would certainly help with the interest payment on the debt, and would certainly help over time, would help the real estate market, which is struggling. We shall see. But right now, yeah, 65,047 for Bitcoin. Feel free to join us over on the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. We'll have more people talking. You're welcome to come up and talk, share your thoughts. Life and glory. Come give your shill for troll, man. Tell us why we need to own troll. Though I think it's definitely an OG meme that's going to make some money this month, this cycle. But yeah, we maybe saw the bottom. People are saying no, but with the Clarity Act gets passed, and I think we have seen the bottom. time will tell, man. Happy days. Thanks for everyone joining me. Feel free to come join me over there. Otherwise, watch some football, touch some grass, and have a good Wednesday out there. And I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow, seeing if we can hold through the weekend into next